Yeah, it was nice discussion went on till this time. So as a part of academic institution, I thank all people who are involved and founder members. And also I am grateful for initiating this platform for the young minds of engineering students. Sometimes I feel that such forms will really help our student community a lot. And also, it will also give them a handhold for them to go across their own developmental activities, starting from the fundamental engineering education, which we do give in our classroom teaching. So we feel that this platform has really brought us a kind of a motivation and advantages. We do a lot of activities on mobile application development from last 5 to 8 years. Since this mobile computing has brought in a lot of connectivity across the world, connecting all the desire of human nature and also the resources which are to be connected across. And that has also the technology which has grown and make the person to have computing in his hand by human. It has been given by the technology growth because of the high computing and communication and also the storage capacities. So we give a lot of exposure to our students, how the service based and how the services, location based services, time based, and how we can really make them understand. I feel sometime that we have created a really student developer forum and groups of different interest groups. And also we give sometimes the different types of themes and then try to make them understand how the social and outside world is looking at such problems, be it in agriculture or transportation or in medical domain and also technology areas. We try to group them and try to make them a different streams of people having interested group. And also try to look at how the societal projects can also be inculcated in their thought process and also in our engineering curriculum. And we try to make them some hierarchical working model. So what happens here, the senior students try to involve more aggressively and they'll have a matured mindset to train the younger students who joins first year and second year. And this will be a kind of iterative knowledge transfer happens over a period of time and make the things to move forward. That is one of the way in which we sustained this kind of development groups over a period of time. And I felt that a lot of students have got a lot of skills, and then also they got full confidence and to get into a lot of industrial and also for higher learning. So this is where we also look at how the competitions can be held within the departments and also institution and inter-institutional activities we perform. And also certification we give, and we make mandatory of so many internship and credits given in the academic curriculum. And also we make them some kind of a prizes and goodies will motivate them to make this happen. This is another thing which we followed. And also many students were interested and got a lot of hackathons held across national and international level. We found that they have achieved a lot of merits. And also we have introduced engineering design as one of the credit course, and design thinking we are planning now. So prototype modeling and product development and hand-holding the projects continuously by the faculty, so that every batch they introduce, they try to start from there, so that some kind of a hand-holding things we follow. And another thing is along with this reusable modules which you're all talking about, I felt that critical problem solving and case studies and programming and with and fun with concepts some of the things we can introduce as a modules for the students, and so that when they must also learn, have the skill of how the programming and then the logic they think, and so that their cognitive level will improve. Okay, we always look at how the cognitive Bloom's taxonomy, how we can enhance the cognitive level of individual students. That is very important, because we will say that a reusable module, which are plug and play kind of things, may lead to some kind of a not able to think about how the logics inside the modules could be, they could able to perform. That's why we always look at how the cognitive skills can be improved, enhanced intelligent quotients. We always look at in the academic sense, and so that whichever the open source or and it in any of the domains they go, they could able to withstand different types of developmental activities, product development. So and also we created a mentorship and product development ecosystem, so that students will be very much happy to go ahead. I still feel that such forums will help us a lot in handholding this kind of awareness. And also some students are interested in startup their own companies, and entrepreneurial mindset can be given a kind of how is the investments and VC related policies and rules, how the venture capitalists can be introduced, and then how this system will run. And we have a different stakeholders like faculty, instructors, and students in the faculty to have a complete and we also made a nice academic calendar, so that a timeline for these activities can be really focused, more emphasized, along with the weekly involvement, depending on their how much passion they have. Okay, and also I feel that some showcase and then e-notice and magazine can be brought in this kind of forum, so that people will be happy to showcase their whatever they come across, the development happens, if it is really worthy enough to include in the libraries. Okay, and awards and nature trips. So nature trips means going to a local village, or going to a local forest nearby, or else go to a policy where the people are really finding the difficulties. Try to identify the what are the difficulties there, and model the problems, and then try to include such libraries which will help in different levels in different communities, and even societal impact will be too high in such cases. Okay, and collaboration at national and international level can be brought in here very much effectively, so that some of the students will be very much happy to collaborate with some other country. How is their culture, and how is the developmental activity? That's why recently we have a iOS developmental activities, which we have had a boot camp, and we got awareness about Australian university, how they are doing, and US universities, so that we also have an Apple authorized training center for education. We do continuously perform activities relating to development and in Swift programming, and also on iOS and audio video editing softwares, which we could able to give them training. There are many art that is the people from we have another engineering, that is which we art and science students, we also encourage them. So we have a cross culture event exhibition. Okay, and which are um, 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 which can be brought in. So I felt that before I go into the next the mobile computing challenges, which is our core area. So we could able to look at what are the real challenges in the present mobile computing challenges. I will just go through for a minute. What is really required in the mobile computing challenges are context-aware computing libraries will really help, because to extracting the context-aware computing in terms of how is the situation, and what I can grab the surrounding things through, either through sensing system which is already existing, along with the connected model, Wi-Fi, and other all the series of communication technologies, starting from PAN to personal area network till the wide area network. So we can bring in all the contextual information into the system. Such libraries are really required in the open source softwares. Okay, and also the mobility is one of the thing. How the dissemination and broadcast and data synchronization is one of the issues, the challenges which we face a lot of when we are developing such mobile. Mobility is an issue actually, because most of the time where we disseminate, how we can maintain the data in the backside, how the consistency and all those things. Can we really build a series of libraries and then functions in the backend, so that students will try to use them and play with the how the mobility can really help them a lot for synchronization. Adaptivity and power aware computing is one of the things, because most of the time the people, when they are using mobile, they do not know the backend, how the battery draining is happening. So we could able to bring in some adaptivity and libraries which can happen, and different types of modules can be plug and play can be brought in. Another one is lightweight inference engines and mobile agents. So these modules are really help a lot, because the mobile agents are the one which will have a piece of software and an inference engine. The scenarios at different places are different, so that the common scenarios can be shared, and then those agents will sit in the mobile, and then they can be transferred, and then we can share. Such modules are also required in such cases. I still feel that people can develop some of the applications relating to expert systems, which is lightweight inference engines. We can simple AI techniques can be brought in, because a lot of decisions are taken in the mobile computing areas, and most of the people, they do a lot of activities and a lot of their own internal private life, and also business and whatever it is. we can we can start introducing some of the libraries relating to expert systems, maybe relating to their health conscious, and then related to day-to-day activities. We can bring some kind of a intelligent components and the modules, since the areas of computational intelligence are now emerging a lot, and even cognitive computing cognitive computing areas are plugging in most of the areas, ANN, neural network, fuzzy logic, evolutionary computing. These are all some of the areas which we can focus in these kind of forums, where we can start building small modules, and so that people will make use in their own learning, or learning algorithms of different. We have a stack of learning algorithms which can be lightweight modules. Can be put in across in the edge and fog computing, so that mobile computing will become a very effective, and then also because of the and also handheld decisions, and for different, and also it will also help in many areas. I cannot specify that this is the area in which we are going to looking at, but I felt that this is how the mobile computing challenges, and our students have developed a lot of lightweight learning modules, which they could able to use them and try to plug in simple examples, like how is the context awareness can be brought in into the system. And we also collaborate with our medical college, where a lot of heart rescue India and road traffic injuries, how ubiquitous computing model can be built in, and then students are very much they struggle a lot. Some of the applications which are relating to like AI and ML and neural network, how we can, if such softwares and reusable modules are built in, we will be very grateful, and thanks to all the community. And we will be very happy to collaborate to enhance the capacity of the students. We are there to give them a kind of a hand holding, and then so that they will be confidently built in. And this is the area in which I felt that young minds can be brought in, and my services as a professor in the areas of mobile computing will really bring a new evolutionary changes in the future, so that as per our concept of Bhagavad Gita, which it says every time we should be very facts are to be seen, and then realistic should be brought in. This mobile computing is a wave which has been brought in the human nature, and we can really put in across the facts and figures which is happening in the whole scenario of society, and we can really plug and play, and then try to bring in really the good things, the science, and the facts are emitting effectively, and then everywhere it is distributed across. I felt that this forum will really support the mankind, and bring in a lot of economy and peaceful and happiness in the human nature. And this is my discussion for this. Thank you very much for your time, and also giving me opportunity to discuss about in the academic sense in this forum.